Well, good morrow, my gorgeous geeks. 'Tis I, Scully Drew. How the heck are you? I am great. Thank you for asking. Let's check out some of the upcoming indie releases for March 30th through the April 5th of this year, 2025. I'm going to stop yapping, and we'll just get to the games and let them happen. All right, let's start with So to Speak, a Japanese learning game. Can you learn Japanese by solving puzzles? So to Speak is a game about wandering Japan, looking at signs, overhearing conversations, and using context clues in the environment to figure out what it all means. No background in Japanese is assumed. I'm always about games that can have a little educational aspect to it. I definitely need to brush up on my culture, if you will. I would always want to learn a second language. And I've tried to learn Japanese in the past, but for whatever reason, I just haven't been able to really hunker down and do it. So I'm hoping my love for video games will help me finally learn another language. And this one just kind of caught my eye. Any kind of language learning game is always interesting to me. Space routes. Launch into a chaotic spaceship adventure, bend the rules of physics, experiment with the unusual gadgets, and toss everything around. With each journey, you'll have limited time to reveal the mysteries aboard your solar punk spaceship. How much will you discover before you arrive on it? I just like reading these Steam descriptions to kind of give myself and others an idea of what the game is about. But this seems to be heavily focused on like physics-based puzzles with a really cool art style. I think it has kind of like almost like roguelite loop mechanic attached to it as well. Plus some really good storytelling, just based on what I've been noticing. I'm always looking for that next game that's like unique and interesting in some way, shape, or form. Plus the music seems to be really nice for this too. Escape from Mutation Station. A short, unconventional escape room experience. You are the candidate. You must find a way out of this room. Things are not as they seem. I'm gonna assume this might be a free-to-play game because it's kind of listed as a short escape room kind of experience. Either way, it has enough of an interesting art style for me to be interested. Plus, I like a good puzzle solving. As long as it doesn't make me feel like an idiot. I do that well on my own. Little Wings Deliveries. This is another presumably short experience that I'm gonna also assume is a free-to-play kind of game. But it harkens back to that old polygon platformer era that I very so much adore. Oh, excuse me. I like silly. I don't even know what kind of animal you're supposed to be. I was reading the description on Steam. I don't even know if anybody enjoys something like that. Embark on a short but playful adventure in your cozy flying boat and sail through fluffy clouds. Discover floating islands and befriend their quirky citizens. Jump, roll, climb, and skate through Cloudberg as Sky faces her biggest obstacle on her way to the Royal Postal Academy. This is probably my most anticipated game of the week. Koira. I know I saw the trailer a little bit to this a while ago. But it just looks like a fun, beautiful, isometric kind of like adventure. Where you and your little ghostly dog solve mini puzzles. Save a puppy and embark on a heartwarming, hand-drawn adventure together. Journey to the heart of an enchanted forest, solving puzzles and avoiding hunters to protect your newfound friend. This game looks pretty beautiful to me. Right on April Fools. Hidden Cat Outlaws. Become the sheriff and catch all the wanted cats. Explore 15 levels, find over 600 cats, find 45 secrets, fight 15 bosses. Have fun, relax, meow. These boss battles in this? Excuse me? Those hidden object point and click style games are kind of cool. Plus this hand-drawn art just looks very unique. Any game that has like unique hand-drawn art from its creators is something I'll always look at. Plus this just seems like a fun, ridiculous little thing to kick back and just enjoy. Cupidon. A colorful shooter that uses a flower as a Cupid's arrow. Get as many people as you can before time runs out. Now, first when I saw this, I was like, it looks okay. But there's some kind of like dark mystery hidden in it, as you can kind of tell a little bit. Almost got some horror vibes that go with it. You fooled me. You fooled me. I'm not sure how much.
Our little piglet was living a happy life in the forest until... Oh no, something terrible is happening. This next one is called
Nif Nif.
The goo has arrived.
It's like a non-violent deck-building roguelike, starring a little pig.
Join Nif Nif on this adventure to clean up the forest and save your friends through non-violent
I did get a review
card
copy for
battles
this game from the developer.
Set in a
Thank you very much
whimsical
for this
world full of
opportunity.
endearing and
So I will be
wholesome characters who will
showcasing
lend
a
a helping hand
playthrough
along
of
the way.
it in the very near
Choose
future.
wisely. Your decision can change the course
Forest
of your
is being
journey,
invaded by a mysterious
leading to
evil
unexpected
goo.
surprises.
Always the evil goo. Meet
But
Nif
if you
Nif,
lose,
a
no
cute piglet
Go
with a
back
mission to
home,
clean and save
restock,
friends in this cozy
experiment with
deck
different
builder
combinations,
roguelike.
and give it
Venture
another
into a
shot.
heartwarming story
Collect
with accessible
seeds,
mechanics
grow them,
and
and
themes
cook
for
delicious
everyone.
soups that grant extra power and new abilities to help you on your quest. Plan different
Sorry for
strategies,
interrupting this nice
discover powerful card combos, and get all the unlockables. Play as Nif Nif or as his cat companion, each with their own unique deck.
There was a
Find
time
new
where I had to
cards,
take a break from
upgrade
deck
them,
building
and
roguelikes
equip
because there were
accessories
so
and
many
soups
of them
to
all at
become
once.
even stronger.
But
Face
this
the battles
definitely feels
navigating through
different.
unexpected encounters and push forward until
Maybe
you
it's because
defeat the
it's
goo.
family friendly kind of like aesthetics. So last week I got to try out a point-and-click adventure game called Rosewater that had
you're used to writing about
really
events
awesome
after
art
they've already
style and
happened.
animation that harkened back
You
to like
conduct
the
interviews,
90s
do
for me.
research, and work really long hours to
So now I
connect the
kind of
dots.
got that
We
point-and-click
found a
adventure
message
itch again.
from
And
my dad.
Elroy and the
Come
aliens
on, Elroy. It's your destiny.
just
Let's
looks
do
really
this.
sharp.
It took me a long time to get over my dad being gone.
Like well animated,
now that
well
I have
acted.
a chance to learn more about all that, I'm afraid of what I might find.
It's the year 1993.
I'm afraid of
Talking
feeling
robots,
like I felt
ghosts
back
from
then
the
again.
past, and ancient alien technology buried under desert sand. An
Don't
adventure
worry, my dear.
following Elroy and Peiki in search of a long-lost father. How far would you go to bring back the ones you love? Maybe a couple days. Just kidding. At least 1 week.
Trust me, Elroy. If you don't go after this, you'll regret it forever.
So far from who I was to you, beneath the crimson sky.
It's very rare that you get a chance to become part of a story. And sometimes, what you find makes it all worth it and changes your life forever.
Dad, could you really be alive?
Daddy? LADAR Exploration Program. LADAR Exploration Program is a relaxing atmospheric horror game. Really? Relaxing horror game? Okay. Anyway, where you are in complete darkness. Use the scanner to see the world around you. I've seen a couple games like this, and I know this developer said that they were inspired by other... I can't remember the name of them now, but there are definitely other games that kind of use the same premise of using this kind of like scanner to see the three-dimensional environment around you. But damn it, it just looks so darn cool. So I'm probably going to get into one of these eventually, and this one just definitely stuck out to me for the week. Oh, Bugaboo Pocket. Sorry, you have to say that with a British accent. It's the only way you can say that name. A virtual pet game starring bugs from land, air, and the sea. Play as a research scientist living in a cabin with just your bugs and pen pal for company. Spoil them with pets, minigames, food, and furniture. Raise and release bugs to help Beetleback Ridge recover a devastating fire. Wow. Got dark at the end there. But yeah, this looks like a Tamagotchi bug kind of thing going on. So virtual pet stuff's pretty neat. Not that I necessarily get into those kind of games anymore, but just, again, it comes down to the art style for me, and pixel art here is top notch, as they say. Top of the notch. That moth is top of the notch. All right, I'll stop. Death Kid. A fast-paced arcade-inspired arena brawler with meta progression. Wipe out hordes of daunting foes, master powerful abilities, and grow stronger with each attempt. Venture deep into a treacherous well to put the wheel of life and death back in motion and break the curse of immortality. Yeah! Now, I did also get a review key for Death Kid from the developer, so thank you for the opportunity to check it out, and hopefully I'll have gameplay in the future, but I really appreciate the pixel art style and action, so can't wait to give it a shot.
Hello? Is anybody in here?
The Cecil. The journey begins. A romantic getaway takes a turn for the worst for John and Sarah as their dream vacation at the Cecil Hotel turns into a nightmare. John wakes up in a dark cell, realizing Sarah is missing. Now he must find and save her from the horrors that haunt the hotel before it's too late.
Why am I drawn here?
This is your
I like a
reality,
good
John.
story-rich
Embrace it.
FPS, first-person horror game. Not one where it's just like running from a baddie Try not to die. No Slitherman shit, please. But a good, solid story. I hope this isn't some kind of like prologue, though. That's the one thing I'm a little worried about.
Very creepy.
Like the free-to-play prologue, and then you get the full game in a year or something. But we'll see. Babel of Estilia. Turn-based roguelike with minimalistic, fast-paced combat that focuses on learning enemy patterns and making powerful synergies with your items. This, I really appreciate just the art style in this because it's just simple, hand-drawn, very unique to the artists themselves. And to me, it's almost like playing, was it Crypt of the Necrodancer without having to worry about keeping with the rhythm of the music. Which I thought was a really awesome mechanic for that game, but man, it just, since I have no rhythm at all, I needed something a little bit more easier to digest for myself. That's where Babel of Istilla is very compelling to me. Hope I'm saying that right. Istilia. Jin and Jan. Get ready for a challenge in Jin and Jan. You control two characters at once. Jin follows your commands, but Jan always does the opposite. Oh, Jan! Anticipate every move, dodge obstacles and enemies, and guide the brothers to the center of the map to complete the ritual of balance. Yeah, when they said it's like a Souls-like game of puzzles, I wonder what exactly they're talking about. Is there a currency you collect and drop when you die? Are there big bad boss fights or something? Yeah, I want to know what they mean by that. I'm curious. The Path of Ren. Challenging precision platform with tight controls. Master orb abilities to conquer 300 plus challenges. Damn. Collect thought-provoking journal entries and race the clock in time trials. Dash, crystallize, ghostify, warp, and slow time as you help a boy recall a wish he was granted by a white fox. So Celeste is definitely one of my favorite platformers of all time. And although this doesn't seem to have doesn't seem to be as majestically beautiful, although beauty's in the eye of the beholder, as that game, I'm interested in it enough. I do like a good precision platformer. And this one seems to have some mechanics that you don't usually see in these kind of games. Can't wait to give it a shot. Although time trials, no, I'm not even gonna bother myself with that nonsense. I just can never get myself to do time trials these days. I'm too old to be worrying about hand-eye coordination. Still though, definitely want to give that a shot. I like how he's just on top of that birdhouse. Like, why? Why? Why not? Echo Beach has been destroyed by a nasty robot rebellion, and it is in urgent need of a new town planner. Your job? Get the town thriving again with your particle harvesting skills and restore it back to its heyday. Collect resources, make friends, and solve the mystery of quantum scientist Dr. Terra. Man, that was a mouthful to say for me. This just kind of gives me the vibes of like a Stardew Valley. And although I haven't really played too much Stardew Valley, I played it enough to appreciate what it does. And to me, this just has a little bit of mystery in it too that I really like. I'm curious about this one. And we need more games like Stardew Valley, I think. Dice and Goblins is a turn-based RPG that blends luck and strategy as you battle using dice rolls. Master your skills, chain powerful combos, and overcome the whims of fortune. Collect loot, upgrade your gear, and craft the ultimate dice arsenal to face monsters and other foes lurking in the shadows. This game has like a hybrid of ideas going on at the same time, and I'm all about it. Whoops. I am all about it. It has like dungeon crawling with dice roguelike battles. And again, there's the hand-drawn stuff that I love. This one is probably one of the games I'm most curious about. At first, I thought this was just a kind of like run-of-the-mill action roguelike game. Kind of Hades-esque, if you will. But the mechanic of the loop is interesting to me. And almost like you're playing on the same playfield that is just this circular arena. I want to know more about it. Rogue Loops is a roguelike action game where a trapped family battles to escape an endless loop. Combine unique skills and relics to create powerful synergies against the loop's guardians. As you grow stronger, so does the loop. Can you break free from this relentless cycle? Only time will tell. I did that last part. Rogue Loops. Can you imagine if that was the voice for it? At first I wasn't going to be interested in Overdose, but it's like this PS1/PS2 graphic filter that they're going for. That's what I was interested in. But yeah, survive the night in a deadly asylum, deliver sinister meds, keep the insane in line, and outwit a killer hiding in the dark. Again, I don't know how convinced I am that this is going to be a wonderful experience on a narrative standpoint, but I'm interested nonetheless. Again, just based on this old school art graphical style alone. Look, the killer is right behind you! Who's in the same room? Nightlight. Terrifying nightmares manifest, attempting to shatter the witch ball, a mystical barrier safeguarding the sleeping residents. As a courageous deity, battle through relentless waves of nightmarish creatures, protecting the town from falling into eternal darkness. Save their dreams before it's too late. Now, this is a student game out of DigiPen. Those who don't know, DigiPen is kind of like a, I guess a school for like learning like gaming programming, among other things. Hey, you keep playing. All right, YouTube video? I mean, no, this is YouTube. Okay, what do you want? But I think student games, it's important to kind of get them out there. Like, these could be the next big devs that we're talking about in a few years. Plus, I think that's where most of the creativity comes from these days. It's from the lesser known, smaller devs. The ones that have a little bit more freedom to do things that they want. So I assume this will kind of be a free-to-play coming up. I'm gonna give it a shot. Hopefully make a video about it. Dragon Blazers, want to remind you some 16-bit arcade vibes? I don't even know how to say these sentences. You like Toriyama style? Just take a look at Dragon Blazers. Music's by the amazing David Rebel. Now, the developer, Sylph, I think I say, or Self, did some games like Thrill Penguin and more recently, D-Make of Fury, of all things. I've always appreciated the kind of art style that this developer goes for. And it just kind of harkens back to almost that 16-bit era game. It looks really good. Now, this particular trailer that we're watching is honestly from like 3 years ago, I think. So I don't know how much of this is going to be in the upcoming release, or at least the planned release of Dragon Blazers, but I assume it'll be along the same line as what you're seeing. Either way, it looks good. And from what I remember from playing Thrill Penguin, the controls are super snappy and smooth. I'm stoked. Last trailer for the week is going to be for Mirrored Soul, a turn-based RPG detective story with focus on monster collecting, exploration, and humor. Negotiate with enemies to recruit them to your party, and fuse your monsters to create new ones. Now, typically, I don't really just go for RPGs, or creature collectors for that matter, but this made me think of Earthbound way too much, as you can tell just from like the battle backgrounds and stuff. And the pixel art for it all is nothing too crazy, but I don't know. It's like I always want to give these kind of games a shot just based on their ideas alone. And I'd like to find a really cool like creature collector game that's not called Pokemon. That would be awesome. So thank you for checking out the upcoming releases for March 30th to April 5th here. There's a lot of really neat indies I want to check out. Korra in particular is one I've been looking forward to for a long, long time. If you have any suggestions for any games that are releasing this week, please let me know in the comments below. I'll catch y'all next time. Bye-bye.